Animations. Every game has them, and Splatoon is no different. But what about those animations you've never seen? You guessed it, I'm talking about the weapons. What animations are they hiding, and what do I think of them? Let's start off with the shooters, shall we? With how many there are, there's bound to be some animations here, right? No, there's none. Not this one, this one, this one, this one. None of them have any animations. You'd think they would, but nope. And I don't know why. Up next, the rollers. Unlike the shooters, they do have some animations, but only for the horizontal flicks. The biggest downside, though, is that they're all shared between each other. Well, all except for the flingser with its horizontal flick, where the top half pops out. It's not much, but it's definitely something, at least. Let's get the charges with no animations out the way first, shall we? Those both being the E-Leader and Bamboozler. And no, I'm not counting the little light-up parts as animations. And Splat Charger! I forgot to put Splat Charger in the recording. Sorry! The other three chargers all have animations though. The Squiffer and Goo both show the charger being filled with ink, whilst Pencil shows the graphite ink being loaded and consumed whilst firing. Nice! Slooshers. There's no animations here. Well, that's what I thought at first, until I remembered the explosion and its vapor, which is indeed animated, but I wasn't too sure if this should count. That was until I remembered something from Splatoon 2, and once I double checked, I was sure of it. The burner inside the explosion is indeed animated. Everyone, I give you the only slosher with animations. And here I was thinking it was gonna be the sloshing machine. I don't know why this weapon isn't animated. The Splatlings. Just like the rollers, they all share an animation, with two exemptions that is, Ballpoint and Edit. Ballpoint honestly has some really cool animations between its two different firing modes, and to top it all off, a nice satisfying to finish it off. Meanwhile, Edit has its ink shots animated. Not only are they animated whilst being consumed, but they also animated them being ejected. Good job, Splatlings. Very nice. Nope. No. No. Nah. And I'm not too sure about this one. I mean, yeah, they do this. But if I'm gonna be honest, can this really be counted as an animation? I mean, it's just both the Dualies clipping into each other. There's no real animation here. The Dowsers, on the other hand, though, do have a very clear animation, unlike the Squelchers. When performing a dodge roll with these Dualies, the tubes move from the back of the weapon to the front. I like this. This is a very nice little detail explaining why the Dowsers can only roll once. Quick thing that I've noticed whilst editing, the Dowsers actually have little hooks for the little tube. I love little details like this. Now, how about we combine the Brellas, brushes, and stringers into one category, shall we? These weapons don't really have any special animations if I'm gonna be honest. The Brellas all have their shield up and launch animations, which is fine, and all the brushes have the same swinging animations, except for Paintbrush. As you can probably guess though, its special animation is just the head turning 90 degrees. And in regards to the stringers, well, they technically all do have unique charging animations, though Tri-Stringer does have a unique texture animation every time it fires. These animations aren't bad, but I don't really know if they're worth talking about on their own, especially compared to the next two classes.
If truly free, be stopped never through all that's happening.
The Blasters. One of the most complex weapon classes when it comes to animations. Nearly all the weapons have some sort of unique animation with them. How about we start with the more simpler ones though, shall we? Both Rapid Blasters and the S-Blast have texture animations. Rapid has its backlighting up upon firing, and S-Blast has that little red light from its IR sensor when firing. As for the more complex animations, we'll start off with the simplest one, the Range Blaster. The front moves in and out while whilst firing. It's not too much, but it's a neat little detail. Next is the blaster. It has the same animations as range, but the handle on the paint bucket swings back and forth upon firing. I like this. And for the final blaster, the Luna, I have no words. This animation's beautiful. I really have no words to describe it. I mean, look how cool it is. Oh, yeah, and then there's Clash. Yeah, for some reason this weapon doesn't have any animations. I'm not too sure why. I mean, it could. It has the opportunity, but it doesn't. The Splatanas, the only weapon class in the game where all the weapons have their own unique animations. I'm sorry, Blaster mains. Clash let you down. Splatana Wiper's animations are simple for the most part, except for this little wiggle at the end of a slash. Looks like this animation's here because of how the blade's attached to the handle by this little spring right here. As for Stamper, its animation's quite obvious with the stamp spinning and how it reacts after a slash. Then there's Decav. Its most obvious animation is the unique charge slash, and I'll give it that, but let's not forget about what it does before a slash. I don't know whose teeth it's brushing, but it's doing something. So yeah, that's about it for the animations. Well, that I've found at least. What do you think? Do you like them? Do you hate them? Or do you just not care? Well, whatever you think, you now know about them. Bye!